have to imagine you're fighting. So in some way you have to visualize that. I'm Antonio Diaz, and I'm going to the Olympic Games in Tokyo representing Venezuela.
Antonio Diaz is a 16 times world champion in karate. His speciality is kata, a solo version of the sport.
Kata is a series of movements, that pre-arranged movement. These movements are already created by masters long time ago. And for me, I like that because even though it's already pre-arranged movements, you can put kind of your personality in the interpretation of these movements. It's only you there. So the mind is very important, because you have to imagine really all the movements you're doing, really a fight, like you're defending, you're punching against an opponent. So you really have to visualize that.
The sport, he says, offers life lessons.
The values that karate promotes and all the philosophy, like the discipline, the respect, even though it's a combat art, there's a lot of respect, for the opponent. So I think this is important and something we can apply in every aspect of our life, even if you have somebody that thinks different, it deserves respect. So in karate is, when you have your opponent, you're gonna fight for your life, but you bow before.
Karate has never been in the Olympics before. Antonio, who's 41, had not planned to be still competing, but he couldn't miss this historic event.
I was about to retire when they made it official in 2016. I remember it was the day before the opening ceremony of the Olympic Games in Rio. So when I was watching the ceremony, I imagined, okay, maybe in 4 years I'm going to be sitting in front of a TV and watching the Olympics, first time karate is there, and I'm going to be thinking like, what would have happened if I, decide to try? And I said like, okay, no, I have to do it. I have to try. It's just one more.
The year's delay in the Games, owing to the coronavirus pandemic, he says may affect him more than his younger competitors.
I think it's tough, but I think also now with all the advance in sports training, sports science, you can see athletes are, the athletes' careers is longer, and you can see it in big sports and professional sports also. And I think also, of course, it's difficult because you have to keep up with young athletes and young kids that are, very strong, especially in the athletic part, speed, power. So I have to work a lot on that. But in the technical part, I think it's in some ways good, this long time I've been training, so I think it's a balance between both things.
Antonio started karate at the age of 3. His father, also Antonio, was his first teacher.
Karate was in my family. My father practiced karate and boxing, and when I was little, sometimes he used to train at home, and I started like imitating him, and so he was my first teacher, my first sensei, in very informal way, but he started teaching me some moves. And then when I was 6, we made it formal, and so he took me to a dojo. That's a place, that's how we call the place where we practice karate, and I start like my journey in karate there.
And did his son show early promise?
Desde el principio no supe que tenía un tal. Él le gustaba mucho. Yo creo que al principio fue más imitación Yo soy cinturón negro, he practicado karate siempre toda mi vida y con los avatares del trabajo no tenía tiempo de ir al gimnasio y a veces cuando llegaba a la casa, vivíamos en un apartamento, me acuerdo, me ponía a practicar yo. Él estaba muy chiquito, tenía 3 años y entonces él se ponía al lado mío a imitarme, tratar de hacer lo que yo estaba haciendo.
But before long, the son was outperforming the father. By the age of 18, Antonio was competing in major competitions. He's won 16 Pan American Championship gold medals since 1998 and 2 golds in the World Karate Championships. What is his secret?
Yeah, I think I will compare it with meditation because it's you have to have your mind very clear. And I think of course there are steps like I said, you have to imagine you're fighting. So in some way you have to visualize that. But I think that in my best performance, it's like sometimes I've been like disconnected, you know, like I start and finish and I have not clear image of what was happening during the kata. So I think this is the perfect state, or when you say that you are in the zone.
His coach says success comes through years of hard work.
Claro, ¿cómo se logra eso? Con perseverancia. Siempre he transmitido este mensaje de que no es casual que el que más alto suba al podio es el que más tiene que inclinarse para recibir la medalla. Esa condición de humildad hace que permanentemente estés buscando ser un poco más, ser un poco más. No vivir de lo que hiciste, sino más bien de lo que vas a hacer, de lo que tienes posibilidades de hacer. Y así sin darse cuenta, se ha mantenido mirando atrás, oye, ya van 16 veces.
Antonio now runs his own karate school in Caracas. It's stayed open despite Venezuela's deep economic crisis. Caracas is one of the most dangerous cities in the world, but Antonio warns his students not to think that karate makes them invincible.
People tend to think like when you do karate you can defend against anything, you know, like even if you have in front a gun or anything. But I think what martial arts give you is more like a sense of prevent situations, you know. So I think that's I try to be more, you know, aware of dangerous situation or how to move, and so I think that would be the help karate give me in this dangerous city.
Because of Venezuela's economic situation, Antonio has had to largely pay his own way to attend the games.
I always thought that when karate was an Olympic sport, we were going to have a lot of support. But in this moment, when I see other countries that travel with, you know, their doctors, physio, even sometimes press, and you see the Venezuelan team, we are traveling, everybody, you know, on their own and staying in different places, you know, to try to save, you know, on the hotels or you know, sometimes staying at with some friends or something. So yeah, I think as a team we have a disadvantage. Sometimes you feel a little bit, you know, depressed that you don't have all that, or some of your partners in the team have all of these benefits. But at the end, you know, I think we also have something, you know, that desire and fighting spirit. So in some ways, we have to use that, you know, that fighting spirit to, you know, to get there, to get to the final.
He is honoured to represent his country and be the national team's flag bearer in the opening ceremony.
For me, it will be a dream, you know, to be for the first time in the Olympics and also to be the flag bearer. And I think I will be proud, you know, to have the flag. And I know we have a difficult situation in the country and it's very polarized. But at the end, I think sports are one of the things that unite people. So I think when people will be watching the opening ceremonies, I think all the Venezuelan people will be proud of the athletes that are there on the name on behalf of their country.
And no one will be more proud than his father.
Esperemos en Dios para Venezuela que él pueda sacar una medalla en Tokio. Pero independientemente de lo que pase, llegó o está llegando a unas Olimpiadas que era su sueño dorado. Toda la vida él había estado pensando en eso, en que, bueno, Toto, yo quiero llegar a las Olimpiadas. Y le dije, quédate tranquilo que vas a llegar. Y ahí está.
The games, however, will be bittersweet for Antonio. Afterwards, he says he will definitely retire from competitive sport.
Yes. It's hard because I've been in this for very long time, and so actually, yeah, I think it's nice moment, like Olympic Games, Japan, because it's a sport that is originally from Japan, and I think the place, the context is good to make that my last tournament.
But till that day, the training goes on.